How many words did Shakespeare invent? Well, it's complicated. Shakespeare used over 20,000 words in his plays and poems, and the first recorded usage of over 1,700 words in the English language can be traced back to his works. But just because a word's first recorded usage comes from Shakespeare, that doesn't necessarily mean that Shakespeare invented it. Shakespeare definitely did invent words. He liked to play with them. He liked to combine words, add prefixes and suffixes, and switch words from nouns to verbs, etc. But it's also likely that many of these words were already in use colloquially. It's just that Shakespeare was the first person to write them down, or Shakespeare's works are just the oldest surviving texts to use these words. So it's always good to be cautious when claiming that Shakespeare invented a particular word. Now, yesterday I made a video about how Shakespeare invented the name Jessica, and because y'all are so smart, I swear I have the smartest followers on this app, many of you pointed out, well, Sarah, first recorded usage doesn't necessarily mean invented by. And you're right. However, Jessica isn't just a word, it's a proper name, and names are a little different. Why? Because even though many literary texts and personal papers from this time period have not survived, there are a whole lot of legal documents that have. If a woman named Jessica had been baptized or gotten married, for example, we would likely still have those documents. So the fact that there are no documented Jessicas before Shakespeare wrote The Merchant of Venice is a pretty strong indication that he invented the name. And this isn't the only name Shakespeare seems to have invented. Shakespeare also created the name Miranda in The Tempest. It comes from a Latin word meaning wonderful or worthy of admiration. And the name Perdita in The Winter's Tale, which he created from a Latin word meaning lost. So long story short, first recorded usage doesn't necessarily mean that Shakespeare invented a word. However, when it comes to names, because of surviving legal documents, if there's no record of a name before Shakespeare used it, then yeah, Shakespeare probably invented it.